All right, now that we're through with that, what we're going to look at is what we're going to learn today. First, we're going to look at I can graph inequalities. Also, we're going to look at that I can transfer equations and inequalities from standard to slope-intercept form. Let's do a little warm-up that's going to prove that. On the bottom here, I'm going to write an equation in standard form. Here we go. Negative 4x plus 2y equals 20. What we're going to do right after this is we're going to watch a flip video that's going to address, go through the process of actually solving what that would be. But what I want you to do right now is I want you to attempt to solve that. Negative 4x plus 2y equals 20. I want you to put that into slope-intercept form. Pause the video if you didn't know. You can pause the video while you're working, and in just a few seconds when you unpause, then I'll show you the answer. Alright, so very first thing that we need to do, we need to add 4x because we want to get y all alone on this side. So add 4x, cancels out. We have 2y equals 4x plus 20, and then the last thing that we have to do, divide each side by 2. So we're left with, and here's your answer, I'll shove it over here, y equals 2x plus 10. That's because 4x, or 4 divided by 2, that's going to be 2, plus 20 divided by 2, that's going to be 10. That's what we end up with from negative 4x plus 2y equals 20 down into our slope-intercept form, y equals 2x plus 10. What I want you to do right now is I want you all to watch the very first video, and that's going to be in my H drive. So open up iShafe, and then I want you to look at video hour 1, and it's going to be a slope-intercept form. That's going to be the video file that you're going to look at. And actually, yeah, so just look at the H drive, open that up, and check it out. Take some notes on there if you need to. Otherwise, if you already have it, then what I want you to do is just make sure that you're following along. Now that you watched that video, what I want you to do is I want you to take some time to actually practice that with a worksheet that I have with transferring it from slope-intercept form, from standard form into slope-intercept form. The substitute will have that, and he will also have the answers, or she will also have the answers that they'll share out with you. Remember that during this practice, I want to add a voice scale of 1. So that would be talking like this. You don't really need to raise it beyond a whisper. So just make sure that you're talking in a low voice or a whisper. And then as soon as you're finished with that, I want you to make sure that you are checking your answers with the people at your table, not getting up unless you need to sharpen your pencil with our wonderfully broken pencil sharpener. Take the time to do that practice worksheet right now. Moving on, what we have here is we're going to be watching a video on inequalities. It's going to be about an 11-minute video, but the really important part is going to be the second and the third example. The first example, I think they made it a little bit too complicated for... I suppose this wouldn't be introducing inequalities, systems of inequalities, but this one is comparing, they're using an example of velocity, and so what I want you to do for this first example, just understand that it's on a number line, and they're going to be explaining it that way. Second one is going to be on that XY coordinate graph, being able to graph it and shading in one side, you're understanding how to do that. And hopefully what they're going to eventually do is being able to graph this where you have one line being shaded a different color. So we have that shaded under here, and then we have another line being shaded a different color, and this would be your solution to both of them, where you see that area both being shaded right here. So that would be a solution to both of them. So those are going to be the 3 examples that they're going to lay out for you. There is a follow-up to this, which is going to be talking about 2 different worksheets. One is going to be graphing systems, linear inequalities, being able to graph them actually on a XY coordinate graph. And then the other is inequalities with 2 variables, actually creating an inequality with an X and a Y, similar to what you did on Friday, and then going to be using that. Throughout the video, that's going to be a voice level of 0. Not even whispering. I would demonstrate that for you, but it would be very boring for a while. And then during the worksheet, I want it at a voice level of 1. You do have to talk to each other, making sure that you understand this. If you need some help with the answers, guess what? They're on the back. But understand that the point of that is for you to check your answers, not to find the answers and then just get done real soon and be able to talk at a voice level of 1 throughout the whole time about what you did over the weekend. We know that it's important that you talk about the weekend, but just not at this time. So guys and girls, I will see you tomorrow. I hope that my boys get much, much better. They're running fevers, they're sick, they're coughing, they're sneezing. Sam puked up on me like 3 times already, but yeah, it's good fun. I will be back tomorrow, and we'll have a good time. Look forward to Tech Wednesday. That's going to be coming up in 2 days, and we'll get a little practice before we actually assess on inequalities. Guys, girls, have a wonderful day if you aren't already, and just check out that video. It's going to be in my H drive. It's titled Video Hour 1. Video Hour 1. So take a look at that. See you tomorrow.